Okay, everyone, I'm just getting everything up and going here on the stream. I'm hoping that everything is live here. Oh my goodness, what a day! What a day for sure. Let me just make sure we're live here. It looks like we are on YouTube, and I will hit the go live button on Facebook. And of course, we'll just make sure that you can hear me. I'm just going to do this from my office, dual lives. I'm still trying to figure the YouTube piece out, but the Facebook Live was awesome because we had a lot of people on there. So I think I've got them both up and going here. It's going to be a crazy wild night. Yeah, we'll start with the radar. I'm going to go through everything basically on the fly. So you're going to have to bear with me if I have issues. Um, but please like the YouTube and love the Facebook page post live. If I get my words mixed up, it's because I'm a little tired. Yeah, make sure if you haven't subscribed on YouTube, we're almost to 1,000 subscribers, and then we get hopefully more things unlocked here as we get more hours. So okay, I'm kind of catching my breath. I finally used the restroom and got to some food in my body. So I made sure my kids were okay, and now I just need to get my wife home here tonight from Bellingham. So okay, let me just take a little bit of a breather. The radar is right here. We're not breaking news, but it's still raining. So let me turn that sound down. Appreciate the stars too, by the way. Helps pay for the fuel of driving around today. But yeah, it's still raining. Now, what I do notice, and I want to be careful saying this, is perhaps the back edge is trying to come into view, but I would say there's still 3-4 hours at least. Now, this could be still coming, more coming beyond that, but and of course, it all depends on how if this comes down further. Hopefully, you can see this without any issues. I guess I better double check. I think you can. So, Jennifer is manning the chats or the chat in YouTube and the comments in Facebook, but we have new posts up. Granite has offered free sand, first come first serve off of the pole, kind of pull Everson Goshen outside their gate. You'll have to bring your own sandbags. So there's that. Everson and Nooksack at the City Park and Everson PUD were doing sandbags earlier. I put posts up about that. Not sure where everybody's looking at that or how we are. So just a couple things, but pretty good rain coming right through Bellingham and up in the foothills right now. We can't see the mountains very well on any radar just because the hills block it, the beam, but we still got rain coming in. You will notice, one thing I did notice here on this radar, if we switch over here, this looks like things down south might be starting to loosen up a little, at least in the lowlands. I guess it's still coming some. Looks like there's a rain shadow in here, but the hills and the mountains are still getting hit, which is the worst part here. So, but the Olympics maybe are quieting here a little bit. Let me click on the coastal radar and let's see what's left out there. And I don't know if that's clutter here. Hang on. Let me see if I can move this in motion. Yeah, still there might be some ground clutter. This looks like rain still. It doesn't look as heavy. So maybe as we go in later tonight, this will start slowing down into the morning hours. So, still raining. Lots to report here on the fly. Temps are in the 50s. We're not worried about that. Let's look at how much precip has fallen just for today. Hold on. Again, I'm on the fly here, so it's 4 o'clock. So our reading. Okay, here are the totals for today from midnight. This does not include last night. Bellingham Airport has 2.21 inches. I have 2.5 inches. Ferndale has 2.5 inches. Semiahmoo Blaine area has between 1.5 inches and 2 plus. Blummy has 2.2. Lake Whatcom is all in the over 2 inches. Up in the foothills, I heard a couple of these gauges are not reporting. So I'm not sure about the Mount Baker one, but it's saying, and we'll double check that, but it's saying almost 3 inches up at Baker. And Glacier has 3.2 inches. That's today. 3.4 inches over on Highway 20. Down in Skagit, we got 3.4, almost 4 inches down here. I mean, 4 there's some 4-inch readings, and we're what is this, 16 hours in. This does not include today, the 4 o'clock hour. 7 inches on the west side of the Olympics. Look at this. This is not even a 24-hour reading. Let's switch to 24 hours. 8.8 inches in 24 hours. Over here in the mountains, we've got some 6-inch ones. In fact, let's just put the highest totals. Okay. Now we can just see the highest totals. You can see here in our area, airport, 2.65 inches. 3.47. Again, a couple of these gauges I don't think are reporting correctly. So closing in on 3, almost 4 inches, almost 5 inches in Skagit. So, sorry. Oh, I have 2 screens. Hang on. I'm sorry. My bad. Yep, this is what happens when I get tired. Okay, there you go. Sorry about that. I got that fixed. Let me show you again. Let's go back to what I had up here. Okay, here is today's totals. Let me bump this back down a little. So I've taken it from everything that's below 1.35 inches off. You can kind of see lots of 2 plus 2.5. This is just for today. Just today. Again, I'm not sure. Somebody told me that one of these gauges wasn't reporting. So 2.78 inches for today. And then when you go to the 24-hour totals, 3.5 inches at Mount Baker ski area. That's almost, should be all rain, just about. 3.6 in Glacier, 3 inches in the foot in Deming, 3 inches in Linden, 2.65 in Bellingham. We still got 4 or 5 hours, I'm guessing, at least to go. Almost 5 inches in Skagit. And then if you go to the Olympics, look at these totals. 7 inch, 9.24. This is 24-hour totals. That's what we're up against. So, okay, let's go ahead and look at, let me check the ski area's temperatures right now. The ski area temperature is 41 at Heather Meadows and 39 at 5,000 feet. That tells me the snow levels are probably close to 7,000 or more. 3.47 inches, 24-hour. Hopefully you can still see all this. I've got another a map or a bar graph, a graph, a list, whatever they call these things. Yes, I'm going to talk about the Cedarville Crest in just a minute. The record for today in Bellingham, or for this date, no, the record for the whole month of December is 2.6 inches. The Bellingham Airport today has, and this does not include the 445, 2.21 inches. We've passed 0.01 for the last hour, which we have. We have the second rainiest day in December history. The second rainiest day in December history is still going. It's got a ways to go to get to number 1, but we've passed 2.22 inches. So we're looking at 12/30/1979 is in sight for the rainiest single day in December history. So that's what we're up against, which would tell me it's also the rainiest day anywhere in the area in the month of December. I mean, you could, even though, you know, the foothills, it isn't going to matter, because if it was 2.6 inches then, it probably rained, 6 inches up in the foothills. And today, if it rains, 2.23, we're talking, 5 inches in the foothills, or 5.5. So, okay, big question is right now, Emerson and Sumas. That seems to be the big question. So I'm going to actually turn on my display capture and just show you my whole screen. Hopefully you can see this flood map. Please let me know if you can see the flood map. Make sure you like the stream, subscribe on YouTube, and love on Facebook. I am not checking comments very closely, but we've got issues down south too. Washington Weather Chasers has been in Sultan area and Snohomish County today and doing rescues and other stuff. So, okay, we got 2 purples now. So last night we had all reds, and now we have 2 purples. So let's take a look at Cedarville right now. So Cedarville, as we posted, is forecast to go to 150.8. that would top the record of 21. No, just under the record of 21. 150.35, it is 150.08. 63,000 cubic feet per second. Right now it's at 147.08. Right now it's running, I just pulled the tabular data at 3:15, which will get another one. It's an hour and a half, I think, behind. So this is probably up even higher at this current time. It was flowing at 37,000 cubic feet per second. See, hold on. 12:15, and this is the forecast. Okay, yeah, this is the observed data. Wow. Now, I'm going to be careful saying this, but it feels like this wants to start cresting here soon, but, you know, is that lining up with the forecast? Yeah, not sure. Not sure. Okay, Mount Baker just canceled school tomorrow. Jennifer, it's okay. It's okay if you can't keep up with everything. We're just going to do the best we can here. Can't say that it's cresting yet. Ferndale. Actually, I want to look at the the glacier gauge. I want to look at the North Fork gauge a minute. Let me take a look at this. North Fork gauge. It's they're calling for 12.95. I don't know if they have the record on here or the highest. They don't. I don't see it, at least. It's at 9.25 at the last observation. Nooksack also canceled. Okay. Good, smart moves by both districts. I'll just tell you that right now. 9.25. They're saying 12.95 at 4 a.m. tomorrow. By the way, the crest on Cedarville is also at 10 p.m. tonight. Excuse me. And then it kind of levels out, stays there till 4 a.m. That's not good. And then by the time it gets below, it's going to be, Thursday at 10 in the morning. It's kind of when it starts at this point. Now, is that, I don't think this is starting to crest. I'm not saying that because this doesn't look like it's cresting. And usually the glacier North Fork will crest first, and then that will tell us Cedarville will crest next. So, yeah, will this reach 150? That's what the forecast. And that is very close to the record of 21. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Okay, Ferndale here is set to almost go to a major stage. It's right below 22.27. It's now in action stage, but of course that's gonna happen later, Thursday at 4 in the morning, because it's downstream from Cedarville quite a ways. Wow. Crazy. They put more sandbags. I was passing them as they were getting ready to put more sandbags down on Emerson, but I've heard that it's the water is over the road, and it sure appears that way here on this 4:30 picture. So, yeah. It sure appears like it's over here, and that this isn't just low. It looks like it. How far up those sandbags? Is that bare ground there? I don't know. Kind of looks like it still. So they're trying to divert this flow so that it doesn't go as bad towards Sumas. I think that's the obvious thing here. So, the real-time data. Are you talking about Nelson Smiles? Are you talking about the North Cedarville is not real-time data? Is that what you're saying? Yeah, it lasted it at 3:15, and they're usually, I can't remember if they're an hour behind. I'm assuming you're talking about Cedarville. And it is, yeah, that could be. If it did, it stopped at 3:15. I know it's behind. So, I know they're always behind. The Canadians were upset at us 4 years ago. I was in the middle of that because our gauges their gauges are like every 15 minutes and they get current updates basically, and ours are behind. Yeah, here we go again. So, yeah. Looking at the road closure list here on Whatcom County. It's grown big time. Now, not a ton of closed. We got Bilesma, that's always. Dewey Road is between Bakerview and Van Wyck. Ferndale Road at the gates. Van Dyke or Hannigan is closed, where there was a water rescue reported on the south side of the, I believe, the river. Marine Drive and probably the normal areas. Polander Road and Slater is closed at the railroad crossing. And then on the other side, it looks like the Ferndale Road. And then tons of water over the roadway. I was down Weiser Lake Road, no, that was East Weiser Lake Road. Is that on here? Earlier, and it was where was water over the road. Yeah, Jen said she posted this a little bit ago, and the newest OBS post. We put up a new observation post, so if you go over to Whatcom County weather here, and I'll pull it up so you can see. Here's our live stream going, and a whole lot of comments, and then this was the link to the YouTube live streams because we're simultaneously. There's been a flood shelter opened up at North County Christ the King. This is the picture of the sand. John over at Granite has sand out there. These are the new road conditions post. Okay, it's been put up. Jan put it up about a little after 4. Okay. So let's look at the city pages. Let's take a look at Emerson PD first. Let's see what Emerson PD is saying. Guys and gals, we cannot keep up with everybody who's asking us about evacuations. We just can't do it. We just have too many. We're on the forecasting and the weather side more than we are on that kind of thing. But you have to go by what they're saying, or do it yourself if you want to evacuate. But heed these. We got a voluntary evacuation north of the bridge in Emerson. Emerson Road's closed because the water's overtopping, and Main Street will close within the next 2 hours. That was at least an hour ago. Do not drive through the floodwaters. No mandatory evacuations, but residents in affected areas should prepare and consider leaving early. So that's Emerson. Let's check the city of Sumas, which usually has a flood siren if they have issues. So an hour ago, flooding in Sumas is imminent. They're talking about leaving. They're talking about sounding the flood siren. So here we go again. Again, this is all based off the fact that Emerson Road has topped over. So there's the Sumas thing. Also, one other thing, I also posted earlier about the need for help, and I have to leave it because I just have to keep going. But earlier on the page here, I posted about the Nooksack area and Everson Public Works and the Nooksack City Park had sandbags. So there you go. 605 Robinson Street. And there was a guy out there. I heard he was working until 6. And of course, they're going to be later. There looks like there is a severe weather shelter at the United Church of Ferndale on Washington Street, if needed. I'm not sure that's set up yet, but will be made available if needed. And then it looks like east of I-5 is Good News Fellowship, if needed. And then volunteer with Ferndale Community Services. Contact Sarah O'Connor. Okay? Let's look at the Whatcom County Sheriff's Department. Oh, they might have just closed down Badger. I'm not sure here. Okay. Okay, they basically are updating, sandbags with Whatcom Ready here. We're saying sandbags. Okay, here, Whatcom Ready just put out a post. The shelter listed here. There's North County Christ the King Sunlight Church. They've got the list for the county road closures on this one. They've got an interactive closure map. We talked about that the other day. National Weather Service. I think the National Weather Service probably has bigger things to do than or much of Whatcom County. I'll just tell you that. It looks like they got a drone shot of Emerson Road here. Somebody took a drone shot before it got dark, I'm guessing. So, yeah. There's the Sheriff's Office and Whatcom Ready. On their Whatcom Ready's page or the Sheriff's Office page. Okay, what did I just see? Okay. What did I just see here? Okay, the Cedarville gauge broke, and it might have been to 151. Okay, either way, that would still be, today's would still be second. Because the other one was 03 flood and 06 flood, both hit 149.61. So if it did get to 150.0, whatever I just looked at, 8, that'd be second highest. Even if it did get to the historic crest of 151. So, yeah, you can see what's unfolding tonight here in this area. I mean, and then we still, as we look at the radar, it's still raining. So, although, again, I'm hoping that maybe the backside is coming into view. But either way, I think we got a few more hours. Although, yeah, it looks like a little gap in here, too. So maybe, maybe that's hints that we're... But again, I wouldn't call this over yet for the amount of rain. And then the river will still go up a little bit more, even when it stops, and then hopefully crest. Wow. Taking a look at the Skagit. It is at a moderate stage, and it's claiming it's going to go up to 40, almost 48 feet, which would be blow out the record. Wow. Let's take a look at Skagit breaking regarding that. They might have some information on the Skagit because I haven't been able to keep up with that. And then we'll take a look at my Twitter too because it might be some information about that. So they have a level 3 go now evacuation for Lyman and Hamilton. And put historic flooding along the Skagit and Sauk rivers. Do not wait to evacuate. So I'm just looking at this. Yeah, they're talking about a level 3. I don't know what area that is. Check the Mount Vernon Fire Department, Mount Vernon Police Department. Looks like they were sandbagging earlier here at the McLean Fire Station, McLean Road Fire Station. All trains south of Seattle are running. Okay, that's Amtrak. I'm not going to worry about that at the moment. WashDOT, you can always check WashDOT. They got an update about Fur Island and the Conway. So, yeah, check the Mount Vernon Police Department. Wow. Okay, let me, what else do I have here tonight to look at? Let's take a look at the forecast. Rain. We're under a flood warning, of course, for a while into Thursday. And then the flood watch will continue till Friday. So they're kind of saying rain before 2 a.m. So it's now 5 p.m. Pacific time. So, and then next week may turn active. Yeah, we'll see. What else? Let me check the questions here. I think I've kept up a lot of the... Would a radar in Sumas Mountain help with terrain blocking, or is that too high to be effective? It would have to be in an open area, and for a radar, I doubt they're going to probably put another radar near us because we've already got basically 4 good ones sitting here. So, yeah, it's a lot of money to put one up. So, appreciate all the kind words and those who've sent stars. Thank you very much. See. Okay, let me check Facebook. Don't have a clue how much. Oh, let me, I'll check Facebook in a second. Let me check Twitter because I saw something about Badger Road. Let me look here. Okay, Abbotsford has issued an evacuation alert for the Sumas Prairie West and Claiborne Village. I'm not sure where that flood water is coming from. So far, not the Nooksack, or are they getting ready for that? I don't know. Heads up, 544 East Main Street. Oh, in Everson. Okay, it's closed. Blair Drive. Okay. So that normal place there in Everson is, let's see, Blows in both directions for water over the roadway between Blair Drive and State Route 9. Wait a second. What? Is this red line? I'm confused by this. But that's Main Street in Emerson, but this red line doesn't... I guess it's the yellow line. Maybe it's just traffic. Okay. I thought the red line was indicative of where it was closed, but it's closed over here. It's closed between Blair Drive and Highway 9. So, got through there a few times earlier today. I'm going to continue to look at this in just a sec. Here, hang on. Okay, I think I fixed the date. Somehow I got the wrong date on there. Sorry about that. Okay, let's see. A lot of these are flood warnings. Stevens Pass is closed from Index to Coles Corner for water, mud, debris over the road. Some swift water recoveries going on in Ording. Some pictures from across the border. I'm just writing back my friend. Okay, so Stevens Pass is closed. I-90 eastbound is closed near northbound. 410 is closed between Enumclaw and Greenwater, and US 12 is closed west of Randall. Some Snoqualmie Falls video. Yeah, crazy night. Crazy night, and it's not over yet. There's the Snoqualmie River by Falls City. Yeah, crazy night. Okay, there's Tumwater Falls earlier today. Let me take a look at this, the comments on Facebook here. Okay, Clearbrook has 2.81 inches in the 24 hours from the Lambert Clearbrook reporting station. Just got that from Jason. Okay, I'm going to check the Facebook comments here on this live because I can't on my phone because it's easier. Going newest to oldest. Graceland asks, is there any flooding in Ferndale? Yeah, we went over the Whatcom County reports, or at least where they've closed, the Whatcom County Public Works, where they've closed down stuff. And, you know, I'm not sure if the flooding is from the river or what it's from, but is Ryan home? Oh, no. But there are roads closed. Yeah.
Are you on live?
Yeah.
Still?
Yeah. I've got both streams going.
What?
Right there. Now you're on it. Yeah?
I was wondering if there's something that I could do.
Well, right now, did you get your chores done?
Yeah, I've got the dish.
I would guess North County has enough people.
Yeah,
Sunlight has one open too, but you'll have to wait. Let me finish this up, and then we'll see if we can figure it out.
Okay.
Can you see if Ryan...
Yeah, I'll call him.
Either call him or go start walking toward him.
What?
Is it stopped raining somewhat, or is it still?
Mostly.
Yeah, mostly stopped raining here in Linden. Okay, Josh asks, will Timon Road have any problems north of River? I mean, obviously we had issues with it 21. Your guess is as good as mine. I hope not, but... Okay, Blaine and Birch Bay, Kaylee says is okay so far, no road closures. They closed the floodgates on Main Street. Okay, we got that. Karen, I fixed the date, hopefully. The guide had some issues on Kelly northbound is what I heard. One lane had water. Okay, Julie mentioned the water over the main street in Everson. Jill asked, what's the wind forecast? It was just kind of supposed to be breezy. They've had a wind advisory to our south today. But, yeah. I'll have to look at more of the forecast on that side, but it coming up. Chuckanut Creek has minor flooding. Okay, rose a bit more by the bridge. I'm assuming that's Everson. Yeah, Eric, you did. It's the 12th already. You're very close to not getting your Christmas shopping done. Wait till I put the next post as the 24th. Then you guys are really going to be in trouble. Okay, Sumas sirens did sound. Okay, I heard they would, but I didn't know they had. Okay, Rose is saying they did sound, but that just means, again, that you have whatever hours before the water could potentially get there. So, yep. Don't know how this is going to go down. Hampton, as far as we know, is still open. High tide in Birch Bay is at 9 p.m. It's supposed to be at almost 13 feet. Should we be concerned? Let me check something. There is no coastal advisory left. I'm guessing that they took that off because we're getting away from king tides. High tide Birch Bay. Okay, let me see something here. The high tide you're saying is 9 p.m.? Look like the high tide today was, am I misreading this? 10:35 this morning. And it looks like it would be at 7.5 and it's going down. Oh, it was going down. Low tide was 7 feet. Is that right? Am I reading this right? So it looks like the highest tide was earlier. There's a high tide at 8:54 at 7.48 feet. I'm just not seeing, unless I'm misreading this. Anyway, I think we're getting out of this high tide area and there's just not much wind. So I think everything should be good over there. Kentucky Street behind the Dodge dealership is flooded. Whatcom Feline needs people to foster. They have 9 cats already. Maybe my daughter can do that. Okay. Okay, we have one report, Sarah Emily. We're in South Everson on Cyper. We have a lot more water right now than we did in 21. I'm not sure if that's because they're... I'm just trying to think. Where? Oh, hold on a second. I want to take a look at the Google map on this, and I have an idea of why that might be the case. Just a second. I think I know why. But, let me see. Nope, I guess I'm not. It's not what I'm thinking. I do not... Well... I don't mean to be crazy. I would have to have some confirmation of this. But is it possible that that Emerson Road water that's being sandbagged away is pushing over this way? I'm just throwing this out here and ending up all the way over to Cyper? I have no idea. I don't know. The other thing is, when I was on these curves earlier, the water over the river was, it was getting close to being over. Maybe it was this curve right here. So maybe it is flooding. I don't know. Who knows? Hopefully there's not a break of something there. I'm not saying there is. Hopefully we're still going okay live here. 1 second here. I'm going to look at Pulse Point here on the web. Computer. Let's call it computer. That's the one. Let's see, is this it? Okay, so we have Okay, here's what we're seeing here tonight. Hopefully you can see this screen. We got a water rescue on, yeah, and I see Keith just mentioned that, on Van Wyck and Anderson Way in Bellingham. That's over here by Brett, right? Flooding Northwood and Hampton now being reported. Not seeing a vegetation fire? Ay. Traffic collision earlier on Sunset and I-5. That's nothing new. Check the webcams here. Not seeing anything showing here. Clearbrook reporting station. Just a second. I'll find it. Okay, I'm not really seeing them. Maybe that accident got cleared earlier. Looks like there was at 4 o'clock a traffic collision at Mount Baker Highway and milepost 20. Is that this one? Yeah. So just south of the Kendall roundabout. And then there's this water rescue on Hannigan. I don't honestly know what was up with that. But there is a water rescue here, Van Wyck and Anderson, ongoing, according to this. And you know, as it's gotten dark, you know, it gets harder to see stuff, water, and what's on the road, so... Trying to find that Clearbrook reporting station. Let me look here. See if it's on this one. Yeah, maybe they must not be on this one. Oh, I don't remember the link for that Clearbrook station. I used... Clearbrook... Oh, maybe I should put weather reporting station. It's sending me to the... Sending me over to the Border Patrol. Yeah, I don't know where that... I know they have a whole... Oh, here we go. This might be it. Yeah, I don't know where. I thought the reporting station was on here. I don't know. Maybe it's gotten moved. Jason Lambert's going to have to help me on this. I know. Oh, it's off of Van Buren and Badger, if I remember right. He just told me this. But I'm trying to find the information. He's got a bunch of links here. Is it weather file? Is that what I... Okay, maybe I'm getting closer to this. Okay. What year are we? 2025? Let's see what happens when I open this. See if this is where the records are kept. Nope. Well, I'm not sure where they're keeping the records now. I know they are still keeping them because I just talked to the family. So I think it's on Trapline and near Badger. Okay, what other things? Okay. Let's take a look at the weather models. It's just going to be a long night. How high is this river going to go? I just don't know how this is going to end. I want to look at that. I want to see if they've updated this. Like, although it's going to be dark. I'm going to look at the Emerson Road camera again here. So, I'm going to screenshot this picture. I'll tell you what. I'm going to save this image. And I'm going to save this for 1715. So 515. Let's do a comparison right now. So, hello? Okay, 5:15 p.m. And then let's go back. To the 5:45, or excuse me, here's the 3:45 image. And let me see if I can pull these both up real quick. And put them side by side. And we can see how the water is rising or not. Okay? Let's see. Let's go like this. And like this. Okay. So here's the, obviously, the one that was at 3:45. Here's the one at 5:15. That water is risen. See this? You can see it. I can't tell what these markings are, if they're by inches or whatever. But you can see it's how far up the pole it's gone. Not tons, but you can see the sandbags. Do you see that? So this water is getting, climbing these sandbags, so to speak. But like I said, if it's diverting it, where this water's got to go somewhere. So it's either going one way or the other. I'm not an expert on which one lower, it's obviously going to go higher to lower. I don't know what direction that would be. So I don't know if that water's kind of filtering back this way. But there you go. It's rising at Emerson Road, just by comparing. Oh, Jennifer says maybe Cyper has more water because of blocked culverts. Maybe there's some backed up things too there. I wasn't sure if this water was starting to flow that way, but I mean that would be quite a ways away. But not sure it would flow that direction. So I don't know height wise. Sorry, I can't not seeing all the comments. I'm trying. Hampton's down to one lane. It sounds like people are maybe turning around. The reason for level 2 evac in Sumas is to prevent water rescues. We know about that. Okay, we did mention the city of Abbotsford. It'll take 7 hours to cross the border on past experience. But now they have these sandbags in the way. Is that going to slow down that flow? See? I don't know. I think that's the idea, or to divert it so that it doesn't get to Sumas as fast or as hard. So that the hope would be, I'm surmising here. I'm not the smartest tool in the toolbox, but I would think then, hoping that the river would crest, start coming down, and the water would go back, or it would, I don't know, maybe it won't go back. That probably doesn't make sense either. But, to try to divert it from all just going into Sumas like it has in the past. Try to send some of it somewhere else. Less flow, less water. Again, I'm not the expert on that side. Okay, the Sumas Lake flows north-northeast to Fraser Pump. The Abbott Road levee broke. I was just over there an hour and a half ago, and there was water coming over right there already. Okay? Again, no 100% confirmation on this. I have to be really careful. Last time in 21, we had reports of stuff happening that was not happening in the end. So I take some of this stuff carefully. So, okay, Everson gates are closed. No problem, Vicky. I think I'm reading that right about the tide. Okay, enough of looking at this. Let's look at the weather. Well, that is if I would actually open the correct set of weather model maps that I want to look at. Let's try again. Again, Randy Small, Whatcom County weather. If you're on YouTube, please give it a like on the post. Please give it, subscribe, all the normal stuff. I'm trying as hard as I can here to run 2 channels. Jennifer's helping a ton, but just trying to keep everything going here. So if you can, we've hit 1,000 subscribers. Thank you. Woo! And the more you watch, the closer we will be to getting this monetized. So, yay. I'm not happy that it's over this, but I wish it was over a snowstorm. Let's take a look at the precip amounts yet to come maybe tonight, but we got to be heading toward the end. This was from 10 o'clock this morning. Okay, I'm going to pull up the high-res map because that's going to be the best one. Make sure you like the channel or like the lives. If you didn't see the lives from earlier on YouTube, there were some issues with them being turned to private. I don't honestly know how that happened, and some live stream issues, but you still might be able to watch parts of them. So the more you watch of those, the better watch hours go up. So, but for sure, like it, share it, subscribe, tell your friends about it as well. Okay, let's run the latest So that just ran, well, it ran for the 0Z tonight. So that is the 4 o'clock. So whatever is falling between 4 o'clock and now would be subtracted. Let's just see. Okay, so they're calling for the rain to stop in the lowlands in a few hours. On this HER run, the lowlands rain is coming to an end at 6Z, which is 10 o'clock. And even before that, 3Z would be 7 o'clock. So maybe we are heading toward the end of the rain. Okay? But yes, again, the radar will tell the whole story. The mountains have 2.63 inches. Nope, 2.83 inches until tomorrow morning. About 2 a.m. it kind of ends. You could subtract a little bit off of that because, again, this was from 4 o'clock. So say 2.5 inches still up in the mountains and less than a 1/4 inch in the lowlands to go on this run. I don't know if the NAM 0Z is out. Oh, it is. It might be out far enough, but this NAM has been high-ended the whole time. Okay, so you have to subtract 3/4 and 1.5. Yeah, the NAM has the lowlands ending too in the near future, but it's got still a bunch up in the mountains. The NAM has been really wanting to produce more in the mountains. Not good. Let's look at the Canadian high res. The 18Z is, let's get it to where right here is, there, that's 5 p.m. So I just got to subtract. Yeah, Canadians are ending the rain here in the lowlands as well. Up in the mountains, another inch, almost 2 inches yet to go. So, whew. So now we just wait. I don't know what to say. Keep an eye on that Emerson Road. Keep an eye on the city of Everson and city of Sumas. We've already refreshed this camera. There's the 5 o'clock. Okay, there's the 5:15. I'm going to look here. And in the 15 minute, yeah, it looks like it went up a little. And that's, we don't have a 5:30 picture yet. So, wow. Let me take a look at Facebook for questions. Appreciate the kind words. Okay, Stacy was just asking about rainfall tonight, and there you go. I was just reviewing that. I like this live and your YouTube. Thank you, thank you. I'm not sure I could pronounce your name. Yeah, Grace. Thanks, Brenda. Jean says, my daughter saw on her Ring camera that fire department showed up to encourage people to evacuate. Okay. Thank you, Rosie. Appreciate that very much. Lisa says, a vehicle got stuck on Northwood, Randy. Oh, my goodness. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it's like, yeah, I know it's dark. We've been warning you for 5 days now. I didn't know how bad it was going to get, but we knew rain was coming. We knew that it was an AR. We knew it was, you know. And obviously the last couple of nights I've been saying, okay, this looks like it could be worse, you know. it's the best we can do. People, quit driving through flooded waters. Yeah, you can send it on a messenger post to me, Lisa, as well. They're saying, Faith has said something about the Abbott Road levee, or kind of where the Abbott Road bar, I'm guessing, is what she means there. No new pulse points calls has come in. That's good. Okay, I'm going to clear out some of this stuff here. Let's take a look at the radar again. Yeah, seems like the radar might be... Let me take a look at this. Again, not for the mountains and foothills yet. But let's see if it's starting to lighten up a little bit here. Still got some inbound yet. But I think that, you know, later on this evening, it looks like it's coming to an end. At least the main rain. Again, showers will follow. Oh, back to this. What's coming down the pipe? Let's look at this. I probably shouldn't be, but I am. I just want to take a look and see if we have potentially more active weather coming. That would be mountain snow weather right there next week. And that would be on the edge of other fun. Not floods, but snow. Interesting. The pattern could go a little cooler next, which would be a welcome, very welcome thing. But too far out. Way too far out to say that. Let's take a look at the 18Z GFS for precip. Kind of want to see what precip. Thursday looks like we're going to have a lull for the most part. Thursday into Friday? At least on the disc GFS run. More rain coming to later weekend maybe. And then into next week. More rain. Hopefully that'll give enough time for this river to go back. And it will. Let's look at the 18Z Euro for rain. Real quick here. Thanks again for joining me, Randy Small, Whatcom County Live. We did, if you wanted to look earlier on the page, we have video of the river at Everson, Cedarville. We have a Nooksack Falls video from this morning. We have observation post information. We have road information. We have sandbagging information. We have North County Christ the King, as well as, I believe, Sunlight opening shelters. We have, there's more information, so scan that. We have live streams on Facebook and YouTube, both on the links on there. So, okay, I'm going to look at the 18Z here. Let's see, this rain wants to end here kind of in that late evening time for the lowlands, and then tomorrow morning mostly for the mountains. Okay, I'm just kind of seeing what is on Friday. Oh, the Euro has rain, some more rain Friday, but not a lot. Saturday, maybe somewhat dry, but still chance of showers. Sunday, a little more rain coming Sunday. Yeah, active pattern. Look at this. Active pattern coming still. But, you know, if we can get some snow levels down, that would be a good thing. Yikes. I don't want to look at this. It's too far ahead. Okay, what else do we have? Okay, I'm going to take you over to Washington Weather Chasers. Highly recommend. He's been the king of this. Uh-oh. My Facebook went down. Oh, that's not good. Washington Weather Chasers. Benjamin has been the king of the storm chasing. And he has gained like 30,000 followers. He was just on the Weather Channel at 4:20 tonight. Okay, let's go over what he has. Okay, I highly recommend, if you're not following Benjamin over at Washington Weather Chasers, he's a very good friend of mine and someone I look up to for helping me get to where I'm at. So highly recommend following Benjamin here, and he's, like I said, a friend of mine. The Still-Squamish River is to break the all-time record by tomorrow morning, possibly. That's at Arlington. Okay, Snoqualmie Falls. 5th spot on the record is still rising. 68,800 cubic feet per second. And expected to reach 77,000 tomorrow. Jonathan Poley put this up. Jonathan's another friend, although I don't know him as well. Look at that. Pilchuck near Snohomish is under a flood warning now. Here was Sultan. When rescue here, when people trying to drive through flooded waters, this is what happens in Sultan with the Skycomish River. Yeah, I think that's the same one. He was live earlier. Here was Sultan. And then now he's talking about going on the Weather Channel. This was the mudslide / whatever on eastbound 90. Thankfully, no injuries, or at least occupants were out of the vehicles. Stevens Pass is closed by between Cole's Corner and it's on the east side, I think, of Stevens Pass, I believe. SR 906 at Snoqualmie Pass was washed out by floodwaters. Yeah, so here was Skycomish this morning. Skycomish. He's got a list of all the rivers. I mean, it's just craziness. Okay. There is water on our side of the gate. What are we talking? Mickey Blue Eyes, what are we talking about there? On what side of the gate? Not quite sure. Okay, back to Facebook and checking here. Yeah. No question about that, Aaron. There's not a year that people don't get stuck down there. Yeah, it sounds like the Hampton was down to one lane and people were turning around. We'd heard that earlier too, Lisa. Okay, everybody. I'm going to check some messages here, and then I'm going to take a break here. They're going to do... Okay, hang on. Let me check in. With some things here. On my social media. Okay, that was just mentioning about the Everson issue. Let's see. Okay, checking my messages. Hang on. I'm still here. Oh, is this the water rescue? Hold on.
Got a fire truck on one end, ambulance and a police on the other end. I'm not quite sure. A lot of commotion. This might be a USPS mail truck, I'm not sure. But looks like he got stuck.
Hey, Brett, can you share one of those videos on the page? One of those rescue videos? Hey, Brett, can you post a video or even a close-up video, but can you post that rescue? Just, please? Okay, so Brett lives right near that water rescue, so... Okay, let me check my Twitter here again. It sounds like there's stuff going on in Skagit, so let's take a look at Skagit here. Let's see. Skagit. Residents around Cedro and Burlington go for immediate evacuation. Historic floodings occurring on the Skagit and Sauk rivers. Evacuate now. Public service alert. Okay. Wow. Wow. Tree launched from the river to the roadway on SR 207 by Cole's Corner. Oh my goodness. I'm going to post this. By the way, well, I'm not going to say that. Holy moly, this is a lot of questions. Okay, looks like horse sheltering in place at the Northwest Washington Fairgrounds. Am I still going live? Okay. This is near Cole's Corner, which is off of just outside of Leavenworth. Wow, the west side of Leavenworth off Highway 2. This is crazy. tree launched into the truck window. And you can see the tree still in there. This is crazy. It's going to be a hard time to keep up on all this. Okay, I'm going to post that. Oh, just a second here. Okay, we got Eastside Fire and Rescue going at it here. There's some pictures. They're rescuing people. Middle Fork of the Snoqualmie. Carbon River by Ording. Looks like the Everson Bridge, Nooksack River there. I'm assuming everybody can still see everything. Yes, looks like you can. Blewett Pass is now closed in both directions. No estimated time for reopening. This is craziness. Multiple trees down. Where is this? Douglas Grant. Oh, it's Eastern Washington. State Route 97 and 970. This is nuts. I've been told Sumas did their siren, so water has begun to come over Emerson area. But again, they have sandbags. I don't know how this is going to go down, to be honest. But that's the last I'd heard. So, okay, here's the water over the guide. That's been a problem area the last few times. Okay, Leslie is saying there is water flowing over Pangbourne between Ossink and Bloom roads. I know exactly where that's at. Again, thanks for joining us tonight. Okay, we have the Sumas border crossing is currently closed to southbound commercial vehicle in order to support emergency evacuations due to the flooding in Sumas. Here's more information about level 2 in the Skagit County area. It's skagitcounty.net. Got some information. Again, I recommend Skagit Braking and the county government, Skagit Sheriff's Department, Mount Vernon Police Department, those kinds of things down there. Let's take a look at Skagit Braking here tonight and see if there's any updates over there. It looks like there might be. Probably. Oh, it's still under that level 3 evacuation.
Randy or Jen or even Sean, maybe chime in. Where would you like me? I took another video with less of my random narration just about what happened down on Ben White in the flood zone. Do you just want me to put in the comments of the most recent road conditions post? Would that be the best thing? I don't think we need a whole separate post on the page for it, but I could gladly put it in the comments.
If it's vertical, you can definitely put it as a reel. It'll be seen by way more people that way too. I would do it vertical. I mean, maybe you've already done it horizontal, but if you do it vertical, which I think your other ones were, post it as a reel on the page. Doesn't matter at this point. Waters over South Pass and Mount Baker Highway and Reese Hill. Coming up, going home to Maple Falls is going to be more of a challenge. That's reported over on the Facebook side. Let's check in on YouTube here. Huh. Debbie's sister in Burlington is now evacuating. Yeah, this is Mount Vernon talking about level 3 here. Again, I'm not aware, enough to know about these maps, but hopefully you people in Skagit know this is what they train for. This is what, yeah. It's crazy. The Everson Gates means that you can't cross the road where the water's coming over the road. Yep. Okay, Hampton just closed, according to Amy Bennett. But yeah, going back to the Everson Gates. The gates mean they have floodgates over the main street now after what happened in 21. This is just crazy, Sean. Oh my, what a night, what a day, what a week this is going to turn out to be. Unbelievable. Okay, Brett's going to put up some coverage a little bit there by his house where the water rescue and Van Wyck area was going there. Let's check a couple of the scanner type pages. Just see. Yeah, a lot of stuff would have been posted on Whatcom Breaking earlier. Okay, and then check Bellingham Metro just because they're usually have stuff that might be impertinent here as well. Okay, he's got the mention of Main Street floodwaters. Okay, here's portions of the guide that have been posted. Mount Vernon evacuation. Lummi declares a state of emergency. Let's take a look at the Lummi communications page. Jordan, let me catch up on the Fraser in just a minute. I'm not sure 100%. Okay, the Slater Road's closed. We knew that. So that was we knew that, but that's a confirmation of the Slater Road. So, whew. Trying to remember how to find information about the Fraser here. I got to think this through. I know the city of Abbotsford. See, the Sumas border is partially closed. Commercial vehicle traffic. Okay, just looking here. Okay, I'm not seeing a whole bunch of information on it. Let me check a couple of the guys I follow across the border, see if they have any updates. Let's see here. Here's the map for the Sumas River. Sumas River. Nooksack River heading towards BC. Yeah, I'm just not seeing much on regarding the Fraser. They've got. Okay, let me look here. Hold on, let me look at something. It's just so many different pages to look at for this stuff. Okay, that's not the page I want. I'm going to go to the ECBC page. Not that one. Is this the link? Yeah, there's a few evacuations out here, you know. Let's see, BC warning information area. Let's see, flood warning is on the Sumas. Spillover from the Nooksack, Lower Fraser tributaries, including Chilliwack, Skagit, Coquihalla, and other areas of Fraser Valley around Abbotsford, Chilliwack, Hope are under a flood warning. Chris, Nugent's Quarter was fine earlier, but that's been a few hours ago. So you can see where the flood warning is, but I'm not getting anything really about the Fraser itself. Not really seeing anything that, I mean, maybe BC people could help me. Hi, Alan. Good to see you. Oh, kind of see you. But no, good to have you on here. Yeah, I'm just not seeing much. Anyway, latest update is water has gone over Emerson Road, and then water has also gone over Main Street in Everson on its way to Sumas. Again, I don't know how much the flow is. I don't know any of that, but please keep the City of Sumas and Everson PD pages handy. Jordan, back to your question. You can check this River Forecast Center on the BC government page and see if you can find more details. Oh, here's the River Forecast Center home. This is probably going to send me right back to where I was. Yeah, this is sending me right back. I'm going in a circle here. Oh, no, wait, maybe not. Yeah, this is where I was earlier. I don't understand why I can't see the rivers on this page. I got that they use a yellow color system. I know that. But I'm not actually seeing the rivers. So, River Forecast Center home. Yeah, I must be missing something here. Anyway, can't dig up the specific rivers very easily here on this page so far. I must be just missing it. Okay, water on tramp line, Amanda says, went through a half hour ago. Okay, thank you to Krista, who's going to check with family about the Fraser. Let's check YouTube. What comments have I missed? Okay, the Sumas pumps are not failing. Thank you. A breaker tripped a few times, but all pumps are working. And see, that's the thing. This is where I get concerned about seeing these kinds of reports. Until I see official word, and you know, I guess I'm taking this as official word just as much as I could potentially take the other. But we have to be careful on some of this stuff. A lot gets hearsay in social media age, so I like to hear it from the people on the ground. So this is a link to interactive maps for BC rivers and streams. Okay, are we gonna get it? Okay, no problem on the Fraser or Sumas. Thank you. I'm assuming you're up across the border, Arborist. Even if not, you seem to know. So good. Excellent. Thank you for joining here. Appreciate that a lot. Oh, I thought you were going to give me the link. You're going to give me the link. Come on. Or will it not let you drop the link there? I don't know if that's turned off or what. Guess you could message it me on my Facebook page, but... Okay.
And it already has like 1,000 views, which is just absolutely insane. 1,000.
So they're evacuating Mount Vernon Walmart. Why? Sean's friend. I got to be careful this, but that's what I'm hearing. Just called right now. The mom works at Walmart. Again, friend of a friend, but okay. That's Sean reporting here on our chat group. Okay, Brett's got the Van Wyck rescue up. Okay, thanks, JB. Let me see if I can grab those messages. Donald, I'll have to get back to you about your camera. I've had a lot of people reaching out to me today. It's hard for me to keep up, but we're trying. Conway and Mount Vernon alert for evacuation. Is that new? Since I know some people are coming and going here. I'm over on the Skagit County page. It's new. Public domain 1103 on YouTube. Could you tell me where to find that on social media, so I could find that where the Conway Mount Vernon alert came through? Or Where would I find that? Or is that just coming through your guys' phones? I'm checking both streams, so back and forth here. No, public domains. Did it come through your phone, though? How did you find out about it? About the evac in Conway? You're my first shot. I'm not sure what that means. Ah! Oh, your phone. Okay. Was that the one that Sean had put up earlier, though? Oh, I got it. Is this it? No, this is... No, this was earlier. Oh, okay, hold on. Hold on, I might have found it. Public domain. Is this it? Okay, where was this? Conway and Mount Vernon. Okay, City of Mount Vernon's asking residents living in a 100-year floodplain to evacuate is the best option for people to protect themselves in a severe flood alert. I-5 is outside the floodplain and can be used for travel. Division Street Bridge is closed when the Skagit River reaches 36 feet. It will close at noon tomorrow. Is this the new one? This must be the one you're talking about. I wish they had a date when this was posted, but... public domain, can you see this on my stream? Is this it? Did I find it here on Mount Vernon's government page? Flood warning for Mount Vernon, major flood expected. Is this what you're talking about? Thanks for joining me. Please subscribe to my channel. Oh, hey, we're getting this. We're getting this link. Okay. Thank you. Okay, map of current stream flow conditions for real-time streams in BC. That wasn't... Okay, hang on. Let me... Oh, now I got more messages coming. My phone is blowing up. Okay, let's see if I got this thing from BC. Don't say no alerts. What? Okay, hold on. Let me try this one. I think I pulled the wrong one. Let's see this. Oh, was that just showing it? Oh no. Was I too impatient? Okay, this... Oh, is this it? Thank you to... I won't reveal your full name. Who was helping me with that? JB42 for that one. Thank you. Got it. Appreciate that. Okay, so here we go. Let me see if I can dump this link in here. Ah, can't. Goodness. Why did they make this so difficult? Ah. Okay, I'm going to shorten the URL. Okay, here is that link for BC Rivers link. Okay, I shortened it URL. It's a good link. Okay, so here it is. So the rivers, I mean, I'm not seeing any issues. You know, I'm not seeing any issues real quick here. You know, this has got to be the Sumas River. And it's in this light green or whatever color. I mean, nothing's showing up here beyond blue, and that's... Yeah, so everything there. I am going to take that link and put it in my flood. I probably have this in here already. No, I don't think I do. Okay, BC River for flood list. Thank you. Appreciate that. Okay, Cedro and Burlington, immediate evacuation, another alert. I can't keep up with this. Literally, I am going all over the place. Hey, Jennifer, are you watching right now? If you are, do you see my Twitter thing that I have pulled up here? From Ed Piotrowski? For the day 10 to day 15, 10 to 15 period. Anyway. I might have to take a break. I am exhausted. Trying to find more information about the Mount Vernon situation and the Skagit situation. I really don't. Wish I. Oh, okay. Here we go. Skagit breaking. Here we go. Here it is. Okay, the Chilliwack Vetter is at flood risk. Is that this one? I mean, none of these. I mean, it shows 2 to 5 year color scheme for return, but I mean, unless I'm reading these color codes wrong. I'm trying to find which river. Is it this one? Okay, it's this one. I mean, it's showing it in that. But okay, it is at flood risk. I got it. And there's a few others that would be. I got that, James Kirk. Yep. Okay, let's go back here. Okay, I'm going to close out some of these because I'm getting too many going here, and it's driving me nuts. Getting questions about that Abbott Road dike. I just don't know. North of Burlington is sketchy. I-5 north of Burlington. I'll check Facebook here in a second. What am I looking for? I'm looking for that Skagit breaking thing. Okay, so here it is. 5 p.m. Here it is. Evacuation. City of Mount Vernon is asking residents in the 150-year floodplain to evacuate. The maps are on their website. There are places to go. Bakerview, residents in their cars or RVs can go to Bakerview Park. Has no power, electricity, or potable water. And then, I guess that's the rest of that one. And then that's this map. That's the same thing we saw earlier. But I don't think that's new. Oh, yeah, the Samish River. Yeah, that was going to crest at major stage 2. Trying to find more information about this Skagit stuff. Honestly, feels like it's not as easy as one thinks. But I mean, unless I'm missing, I'm thinking that there's more stuff than what I realize, or or we're overlapped here. I think it's possible that what I'm being told here is news that was released an hour ago. That's maybe I'm wrong, because this is what we talked about earlier. This level 3, and I kind of think that's what maybe the alert. I don't know, although it seems to be a new alert, I guess. But anyway, hopefully you know what to do down in Skagit. Crazy night. Okay, let's check Facebook. Then I'm going to take a break. I'm doing my best. Diablo Dam. I have no news about Diablo Dam. Do not know. Sorry, Amanda. Jacob asked about currently volunteering. Earlier, they were doing sandbag volunteer at Everson and at Nooksack City Park and Everson PUD. I'm going to guess they're still needing people at those locations, especially the Everson one, but because they had the machine doing the one. Well, maybe they had a machine in Everson. I guess I didn't look that closely, but check in with I don't know where you are, Jacob, but you could go over to the Everson PUD at 605 Robinson Street in the Strandale area and maybe check in there. Oh, Amber's responded to him. Okay, it looks like everybody's responding to him. Okay, looks like Jacob is getting some direction. Okay, now somebody mentioned here, Bellington Metro News, about the Ferndale situation. Let's go back to Bellington Metro News. You might ask, why am I Why am I doing a live stream and not out? Because it gets, I mean, I might go out later, but it gets really dangerous. And I thought I could be better if I was home in my office. And actually, I was wet and tired, so I came home. Skagit County suspends non-essential government services due on Thursday. Essential operations will remain active, including emergency management. Okay. What do we got here? What is this? Where is this? We're doing something to help out with the water. Where is this? Sovereign Trucking. Whatcom County's getting hit hard. Where does anybody know? Where is this? Nooksack, Emerson, Sumas, flood control. Where is this? Sovereign Trucking, I would love to post that. I mean, I could share it. I would love to post that original reel, but Wyatt Coleman. Wow. Wish I knew where that was. Thank you, Sovereign Trucking, for helping out. Okay, where? Okay, still don't see anything here in Mount Vernon on Bellina Metro other than what was in earlier. Yeah, it's the same thing we've been looking at. Where, Tara, where I see it 1 hour ago. I mean, I'm not discounting this one. I'm just saying and people are coming and going. We've talked about this like 6 times. I was under the impression there was another new one, and that's what I'm not really finding. I think I'm finding the same one. So I think that's where the problem is. So I think. Wondering what the roads are looking like. My boyfriend's trying to leave work at the Northwood Casino and make it to Goshen Road. I have not heard that Badger's closed. That's a state road. Let me check the road closure list. Public Works. Peyton is asking. I have not heard the Pole Road is closed. The Guide is still open, as best I know. I'm just looking here. Barrett Road is... here's the closed roads in the county. Barrett, Bayonne, Bilesma, Dewey, and these are parts, not necessarily the whole road. Ferndale Road, Gillies, Hannigan by outside the city limits, Lampman, out by South Church, Marine and Northwood is now closed between Hampton and the city limits, Polander Road and Slater at the railroad crossing. Okay, yeah, I think we're all talking about this. We're all talking about the same evacuation. It's level 3 and it's Mount Vernon. Yes, I thought there was something in addition to that. So yes.
Hey.
Is Mom home?
No.
My wife will be coming from Bellingham to Linden up the Guide here in a bit.
Right,
So.
so.
Oh, good. Yeah, he walked home because nobody brought him home. So going back to Peyton's question, the casino. As long as you can take Northwood to Badger, but if you can't go on Badger, take Northwood to Aaron Drive. Okay. Take Aaron Drive into Linden and get to the Guide. Does that make sense? And then where do you got to go? To the Goshen Road. Oh boy. I don't know if East Hemi. Let's see if you can get to Emerson Goshen Road, but how can you get there? See, if you can get to Linden and go down the Guide and then backtrack, say on one of the, can't go, maybe Pole Road should be open to Hannigan. If you can get to Hannigan, you can get to over towards Hemi. You got to get over towards Everson Goshen, right? So you need to take a crossroad Everson Goshen. Don't take East Hemi, though. I don't know if it's closed or not, but it's not reported as closed, but I wouldn't take it. And then you should be getting close to where you need to get. Whole area by Walmart, Mount Vernon has been told to go out. We've been hearing that. The wind is starting to blow by the high school in Nooksack. Hopefully that makes sense, Peyton. Okay, guys, I'm going to take a break. I'm sure there'll be a lot going on. I wish I knew better about where to help. We'll see if we can go out more later on, but I'm going to take a break. Okay, thanks, everyone. Appreciate it. I'll be back later on.